to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We're taking a look at Euro AUD, as you can see on the 3-hour chart and also on the 15-minute time frame. So behavior that I wanted to talk to you guys about is what happens when we get a big move with pairs. Like, for example, we see that we ended up getting a big news move here on Euro AUD. This happened during the Asian session. And so I think it's especially important to talk to you guys about this because this happens a lot with AUD pairs, both AUD and NZD pairs. They both have news that happens anywhere from around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time up until around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So having news is very normal for the AUD and NZD pairs. What happens is whenever you have the very high impact news, you end up getting this, right? And so this happens, of course, during the Asian range, which if you look, the Asian range here is about 180 pips. It gets completely blown out, right? So what do you do at that particular moment? What do you do with pairs that have this behavior that happens whenever you get high impact news? If we take a look at what's happening here on this particular pair, Euro AUD, we had the news happen, price immediately dropped and crashed. Now, if we take a look here on the bigger time frame here, what I want you guys to notice is we had a cycle from reset to peak formation high, and then we had this cycle back down again. And now I want you guys to notice something is, how did this reset down here start? This reset down here started with news. Okay, these candles here, these pushes, this was all news. All of this happened with news. So of course you get a big move straight up with very little to no retracement at all. Essentially, what do market makers have to do to rebalance this? They have to come back down and cover that entire move or most of that move. And essentially that's what you see happen, is market makers just come back to rebalance everything. All right. So what do we do in this situation if we're looking for a trade setup on a whatever day it is, and you walk into the London session and you notice this behavior? For me, what I like to do is I actually avoid trading the London session because I want to see the behavior that we end up getting during London session. Now, if the behavior is like this, what you're seeing here on the 15-minute time frame, where basically price action did nothing but just move sideways or consolidate, that's the kind of behavior I would expect to happen after you get a big move like this from a news event on AUD or NZD pairs. The only way that I would ever trade a pair like this is during the US session. And there's specific things that I'm looking for in the US session in order to actually trade or see if there's any value in trading this particular pair. For context, this particular pair, for example, would not be a pair that I immediately would go and try to actually trade. This would be probably one of my last options if I go through the pairs that I normally trade and I don't see any kind of setups or anything at all that would be available for that day to trade. I'll go back to this, and then all I'm looking for is, because we had a news candle here, okay, the same essential principle of what happened on the 3-hour time frame where market makers need to go back to rebalance, the same aspect happens here as well. So typically market makers need to go back and rebalance because this is one full candle of 180 pips in one direction. So they need to go back and rebalance it like it basically almost never happened. And essentially that's what ended up happening here. Now, the key point to this is the fact that if this is going to happen, okay, I would prefer it to happen in the US session because we're able to see what's going on in the London session, which is essentially consolidation, right? But also what we can do now is we can map out still a pattern that we can potentially trade, okay? And essentially this would be like a multi-session pattern to trade. A multi-session reversal is what we could end up trading with this. Now, some key factors about this if you're going to trade this, if the behaviors are here, here's what we want to look for. You want to look for price action during the London session to consolidate and basically move within a specific range. So do we have that behavior present? The answer is yes, right? Because you can see the behavior is just back and forth, and it never wants to go below 163.664 as far as closing below that. Second thing is, during the US session, we need to get some kind of an actual candle that gives us the evidence that tells us, hey, market makers are done in this area and they want to go ahead and rebalance. Okay, so in this particular example, the candle that we want to pay attention to is this one right here. Okay, and why this one? Well, this candle, as you can see, breaks through the entire consolidation of what happened during the London session. And most importantly, it's not that it wicked up like this, it actually gave you a full-blown candle. So with that being said, this candle is the clue that we need in order to validate what we want to do. So once we get this candle that takes out all of the London session trading, and most importantly, it's a solid candle that closes above any of this consolidation, now we want to see, okay, what would the setup look like if we were to take a reversal trade on this? This would not make any sense to take because you're risking 68 pips. That does not make any sense at all. But as we talked about in the previous video, okay, if you understand the behaviors that market makers do, if you understand what you're looking for, you can make the stop loss or the risk that you're taking much better. So in this case here, we had a pullback, which is great. That's something that we can use to help us. But more importantly, the stop loss we can actually put below this group of candles here. Because if we are right and market makers are moving on from this area, okay, there's no need for them to go all the way back and basically stop hunt this area again. Because they've done it once here and they did it again right here with this doji candle. Okay, now how do we know how far up do we want to go? How do we know how far up do we want to go? Well, what I like to use is I like to use the first previous structure that was broken from the news candle. So meaning this point right here is what I'm going to be aiming for as a take profit, because this right here was the first piece of structure that was broken to the downside. So all I'm trying to see is it possible for me to get a 2-to-1 if price were to go up to the very top using the stop loss that goes below this massive structure breaking candle? And so the answer to that is yes. So as long as I can get a 2-to-1 going back to this piece of structure, then the trade for me is good as long as I have what I'm looking for when it comes to a reversal. So for me is this candle here, which is a break of structure. You also have the EMAs that you can use in your favor. So in this case here, we can get 2-to-1 by just going back to this point of structure. But because we have the EMAs, the bigger ones, the 200 and the 800, we can also use those as take profit points. So theoretically speaking, we can go up to the 200 EMA, which is the first major EMA that we can go to, where price is going to be attracted to. All right, and that gives us well over 2.5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. All right, so if you ever trade a pair like AUD or NZD pairs that have news during the Asian session, this is just some behaviors that you should be looking for on your next trade setups if you're trading any of these specific pairs. Guys, I hope this video brought you some value. I hope it brought you some new insights into how to potentially trade setups that have had a major news event happen during Asian session. Not every single one is going to be like this, okay? But all we're doing is we're trying to identify certain key factors that we look for in order for possible trade setup. That's the key word, possible trade setup, because not every one is going to be a setup. So understand that up front, guys. All right, if you need any more help, guys, join us on FXN Plus. If you need to know where the directional bias is as far as peak formation highs, lows, and resets, if you want to know where market maker orders are, Join us. All that is available to you on FXM Plus. Links are in the description. Until the next video, guys, have a great rest of your trading week. Found value in the video and in the content that we make on this channel, and you'd like to get more in depth on our strategy, come join our next masterclass. Sign up for it using the link in the description. What you get for what you pay for is an unbelievable value for this particular masterclass. First, lifetime membership, so you'll always have access to the course itself, but you're not just getting one course. You're getting the masterclass. You're getting the previous mentoring course. You're getting an advanced course. You're getting access to the full unedited version of the Blueprint Summit videos. You have access to group sessions on a weekly basis. Every Sunday, we get together in a group setting, and you can ask as many questions as you want. Anything you want to ask away. We also give you access to the previous group session archives, which right now it's sitting at over 110 hours of content. Okay, we give you weekly analysis, we give you midweek analysis update videos, you get MT4 and MT5 indicators, you get a customized trading journal, you get a customized backtesting journal, and most importantly, you get mentoring private chat through our Discord server. Okay, so everything you could possibly need to trade, you get from this masterclass. So join us, guys. We look forward to having you. We look forward to helping you reach your goals in your trading journey. Link is in the description.